Nancy D. Morgan was only 23 years old in the summer of 1970, a bright, determined VISTA volunteer working in the rural hills of Madison County, North Carolina. The daughter of a middle-class family, she had traded comfort for purpose, moving to Appalachia to fight poverty, teach literacy, and bring hope to communities long neglected. Friends described her as fearless yet kind-hearted, a young woman whose laughter and idealism made her unforgettable. But beneath her determination were moments of quiet unease. The region she came to help was proud and insular, and to some, federal programs like VISTA represented unwanted intrusion. Nancy believed in her work, but in her final weeks, she confided in friends that sometimes she felt she was being watched. Nancy built relationships with both locals and fellow volunteers, attending church picnics, hosting literacy classes, and organizing health drives. But tension simmered. Some residents welcomed the help. Others saw the VISTA workers as outsiders with hidden agendas. One man, a former Marine with a troubled past, had been seen near the community center where Nancy often worked. Witnesses later reported he seemed interested in her, perhaps too interested. But Nancy, focused on her mission, brushed off the unease. She was young, independent, and determined not to let fear get in the way of the work she came to do. On Saturday, June 13th, 1970, Nancy attended a small gathering with friends. She left smiling, promising to return the next day. But she never made it home. 2 days later, loggers on a remote mountain road made a horrifying discovery. Nancy's body, hog-tied, sexually assaulted, and strangled. The brutality of the crime stunned the region. Who would kill a young woman who had come only to help? Police quickly arrested the ex-Marine, convinced he was responsible. He had no solid alibi. Witnesses placed him near the crime scene. Yet as the trial unfolded, the case against him began to crumble. Conflicting testimonies, lack of physical evidence, and suggestions of alternate suspects muddied the waters. When the jury acquitted the suspect, investigators scrambled for new leads. Over the years, theories surfaced: a drifter passing through town? Someone with a personal grudge against VISTA? A politically motivated attack meant to scare federal workers out of the region? Despite interviews, manhunts, and even FBI assistance, no one else was ever charged. The case files grew dusty, evidence deteriorated, and key witnesses passed away. Decades later, cold case detectives hoped modern forensics might solve the mystery, but too much time had passed. DNA samples were degraded. Potential suspects were dead, missing. Nancy's murder remains unsolved more than 50 years later, a haunting reminder of a promising life cut short, justice denied. For Madison County, it marked the end of innocence. For her family, it left a lifetime of unanswered questions. And for true crime historians, it remains one of North Carolina's most chilling unsolved cases.